This, isn't that neat? This is the remains of the foam pad that was behind the cover on the door, which we'll get around to over here. There's the door trim, and then this is the cloth piece, or the vinyl piece, that was in here. And then there's foam rubber behind it, such as it was, and it was just dust. So the whole point of all of this work is to replace what was here, which was the window motor. Colin Chapman had the misfortune of, he wanted to make the windows better, but he couldn't fit a manual crank in there, so he ended up having to put electric windows in, which I'm sure he hated. And so anyway, there was an electric motor in there, and we'll go over and show you that. Here it is. Here's the motor, and it's a hefty thing. And then here's the new motor. There's a fellow, I'll put a link to him on in the comments, I guess, or in the description. This is a generic GM motor, and then this is an adapter kit to make it work on the Elan, and it's just a much better solution. It goes faster, it lasts longer, it weighs less too. Everything on this little job is fighting me. I mean, that's the reason I took the door apart. Two reasons. One was to fix that trim, which is just, as you can see, the foam is just disintegrated and it's just dust. So that needed to be changed out. And then I wanted to change the window, because especially both of the windows are very slow. They're slow when new, but my driver's window wouldn't go up by itself at all anymore, and so I ended up having to pull on it to get it to come up, or push on it to get it to go down. So this is a good fix that's necessary. But everything fought with me. This is the door latch, the inner door release handle, and it's held in place by a pin, a steel pin that goes through that hole. And goes through there on the door latch assembly. Goes through that hole there, and like this, and yeah, that's the way. And it was just, that pin was in there. It was unmovable. It just refused to move. So I ended up having to drill it out, which was a real treat. A regular drill didn't work. I have the head of the drill just doesn't, you can't get there. It's too big. It just doesn't have room to work. So I ended up, I have a Dremel tool, and I have one of those extensions on a flexible cable that I managed to get in there, and that just barely worked. But anyway, I had to drill that thing out. That was fun. And then this is the cover here over the motor. It goes up like this, and that bolt won't come out. That's why it's still hanging here. And that bolt in this one, these are like a riv nut type thing. This one's broken off, and that was, I found it that way. So that's, someone's been in here before. So that needs to be fixed. And so just every little thing. I mean, you figure take a couple of screws out, take the door cover off, glue a new piece in, done, right? Everything. I mean, I have all these tools out, you can see. Look, I just got all sorts of tools out all over the place, a vacuum cleaner to clean up the mess. It's just been a major chore. Here's the dust. So it's been fighting me tooth and nail on this one. So I'll keep documenting as I go. New motor is in. Getting the screws started was a little bit of fun. You have to get the window in the right place because the motor's really not going to turn by itself. So you move the window up and down until everything lines up and you can get the motor in at that angle. And the other fun part was these. You can see I'm coming in here at an angle on those screws. It's not exactly ideal, but again, they don't have to be crazy tight. So it worked okay. Now to wire it up. Just fix that part and get it going. Well, got the wires hooked up, connector on. It took me a little while to figure out how to do that connector part. That's how it went together. But it's together, and I've got the colors reversed at the moment, green going to red and red going to green because I'm positive ground. Turn the key on and work the switch. And let's get this. Look at that. Is that nice or what? That's pretty neat. Well, it's off. And this is off. So take the other two screws out. Out here, you might not see this, I don't know. And voila! Just a tiny bit of that foam left. It's thin. It's dust, it's powder, but it's very thin. Okay, now I know what to get. Well, that's good enough for now. I'm going to have to find some sort of adhesive remover solution, liquid, I think. More rust looking stuff. It's funny how much rusty colored things there are in fiberglass. So this plate comes off. This is where the motor sticks out. That one's out. So I don't know if someone's been in here before or if I'm the first one. I'm absolutely certain someone was in the other door, but I don't know about this one. But now we get those nuts off of there. I don't know how to handle that. My goodness, they're coming right out. I think I'm going to be able to just put them back in. Golly. What a difference. Wow. That just subtracted about an hour from this side versus the other side. This one will take me an hour less. This one is being embarrassingly more cooperative. It's just simplifying my entire life compared to the other side. Really did save the best for last. Ta-da! Off with the old. Old motor. It's funny, this is two old motors. They are identical. Not really sighted. The new motors, there's a left and a right. So, let's see. 1360 grams. 566. Just add lightness. I do not have the proper crimp tool for this job. Life goes on. So this is a adapter plate and a spacer that goes behind it, and the motor. And the motor will bolt like that on there. There's the holes that line up to these standoffs. So the motor will go like that. Here's the adapter that's made for the motor to fit into this fellow here. So this, that is the orientation. So this will go up there with the spacer behind it. Okay, in with the motor. I'm going to engage that drive with the slot back here. Got to change that. Change number one. There. There we go. Now I've got it lined up the right way. Tell me I got that. Oh, that was lucky. That was fun on the other side. Getting those screw holes lined up initially is interesting. You have to move the window up and down. The motor just won't turn by itself by hand. So. And now we'll make sure it works before we go any further. Yay! Woo. So pretty. snap. That's right, reverse. And I'll tape that back and we are good to go. Tape that back there.